Hey, what's up, Envy Gang? And in this video, we're going to talk about why did Lonzo Ball forget how to play basketball in the NBA bubble? Why was Lonzo Ball so bad at basketball during the bubble? Now, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe. I talk all things basketball, Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, Ball family. So if you like those things, please hit that subscribe. Now, let's get into it. Lonzo played probably his worst basketball of his career in the NBA bubble. All the progress that we had seen where he was playing like a top 10 point guard in the league. I'm talking about he was averaging over 20 points, 10 plus assists, like literally verging a triple-double every game and literally playing like a top 10 point guard within a short period of time before the pandemic happened and basketball shut down. So why was Lonzo Ball playing so bad in the bubble? Let's have Lonzo say it for himself.
So Lonzo, this Will Dillard with the Athletic. Just what do you think has been the biggest difference for you as far as your play in the bubble versus some of the numbers you were putting up January, February, March? Just, what do you think, just happening, as far as the numbers you were able to put up?
I think the biggest thing was just rhythm. I feel like I was out of rhythm. Really, that's it. I mean, I was grinding every day. In New Orleans, couldn't do the same, during the virus. So just out of rhythm, I feel like.
Hey, Lonzo, ChristianClark.com, and then, from a team-wide perspective, it just seemed like you guys had a lot of momentum in March. Why do you just think things just seem so different collectively here in the bubble?
Like I said, we had a long stop. We couldn't get things back to how we had it before the stop, and I think that was the problem. I think a lot of guys are just, out of rhythm. We haven't played together for a minute, and I think it showed on the court.
Now, you just heard Lonzo and his explanation of why he played so bad in the bubble. According to Lonzo, it was due to being out of rhythm. Mind you, the NBA shut down in March. So imagine being on this roll, being in this rhythm, this groove you're playing the best basketball of your career, then something unprecedented happened. Like, no one could have predicted the pandemic. So that just took Lonzo all out of rhythm. That groove that he was in, completely gone. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's the only thing that stopped Lonzo from playing good. Like, the reason why he was playing bad, to be honest with you, is it's not just the reason that he stated, which I do think it plays a part, but I think it was due to the fact that he, number one, didn't want to go back to the bubble. Mind you, this is around the time when everyone was, the social injustice movement was really at a high. It was at an all-time high at the moment. A lot of NBA players didn't want to join the bubble, didn't want the NBA to restart. They wanted to protest. They felt like the NBA restarting would be taking away from the issues at hand. Another thing too, a lot of players are spending time with their families. Lonzo spent time with his family, his daughter, time that he ordinarily would have been playing games or been deep into the season. So you got to also put that into perspective as well. Lonzo was protesting at a protest over this issue. So I think mentally he was checked out as well. I think he didn't want to be in the bubble and he would rather be with his family during this pandemic, because a lot of NBA players will tell you being away from your family, it's a lot of sacrifice. So I think that took him out of the game as well. And not just to zero in on Lonzo, but the whole team as well. Outside of JJ Redick, nobody looked like they wanted to be in the bubble. They weren't playing for Alvin Gentry. They weren't playing to make the playoffs or the play-in tournament. They weren't doing none of that. None of them looked like they wanted to be in the bubble, like they wanted to go to the playoffs, like they wanted to do anything outside of JJ Redick. JJ Redick was the only one playing like he was about to lose his playoff streak, but he was the only one playing like he wanted to make it to the playoffs, which is sad, but it is what it is. But those are just my theories on why Lonzo was playing so bad in the NBA bubble. I think his value at this present moment is at an all-time low. I think that the overall interest in Lonzo Ball is that he's a good player and that he's a starting point guard in the league, which is going to draw interest from other teams, just like a Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is a starting point guard in today's NBA. So that there's an allure of Lonzo. The upside is still there, the potential is there, but his stock in the league is definitely very low. When you talk about the stars on New Orleans, people talk about Brandon Ingram, they talk about Zion Williamson, and they kind of just, and there's Lonzo. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like Lonzo is so much more than just Lonzo to me should almost be the second name, if not a definite third name. When you say the stars on the team, you should also be saying Lonzo's name. And I feel like he's shown a little bit of being able to get that respect, but he hasn't been consistent enough for him to gain the respect of the stars on the team. Like, Lonzo just seems to be a role player at this point, instead of a star, of role players. So I hope that with this new determination that Lonzo's got, and he'll play like he played and even better at the start of 2020, and just continue that trend that he had. And I believe that he will. With the work that he's put in, I'm seeing a lot of potential. And I'll let Lonzo's play for itself. So I'm very hopeful of that. But it's your boy for all to envy. Envy gang, you know what to do. If you like Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, or basketball related things, please hit that like and subscribe. Envy gang, I'm out.